Health and well-being. I love this category. We need a healthy body in order to have a healthy mind and a healthy existence. And today, in the world, we have so many choices. And it's sad to say that most of the choices that we can have are unhealthy ones. If you look at the supermarket shelves, if you look at what's in your cupboards, in your fridges, and what's advertised on television, according to the research, 95% of what is advertised on television are the empty calories. It's only the 5% that's actually, grab a banana, something that's, quite healthy. So what's happening is that our children at a younger and younger and younger age are eating less and less whole foods and healthy foods. The research shows that when you're walking through the supermarket with your kid, which I probably don't need to tell you the research, they will ask on average every 2 minutes for something. So that means you've been asked like about 15 times within the time that you go from the beginning of the shop right to the end of the shop. And guess what the marketing research says? 50% of those requests are met. Because if they're going, please, 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 I will never ask for anything ever again. I just need it and my friend eats it and I need to eat it and we need to have it. Of course you eventually go, just eat the thing, let me shop. Okay? But if you know that every 2 minutes you're going to get asked for a sweet, you can start to say to yourself, well, hang on a sec, I know it's not good for my child, so maybe I need to avoid the sweet aisle completely. It doesn't even go, we don't even go there, and we do that at night or, on the way home at the, if you need that bar of chocolate, you just get it on the way home at the service station so you haven't got it in the trolley. You can stay in the fruit and veg section and really encourage them to pick with you. To say, okay, what vegetables are we going to have? Pick some colours. You don't even have to pick a vegetable. Let's go purple today. Okay, let's find everything we can find purple and let's eat purple. Obviously, I'm talking about younger children at this point in time. Your teenagers are probably not going to go for purple. But I do suggest that you start as early as you can. Now, one of the things that's worked tremendously well for me, and if you do have young children, I highly recommend it, is that from a very early age, I didn't call lollies, chocolates, chips, anything that we would normally call junk food, like, do you agree? We call that junk food, but what we call it to our children is we tell them they're treats. Listen to the different terminology. We call it junk food, and we tell them they're treats. Now, if I told you that I'm taking your treat away, how happy would you feel? Not very happy. So I never use those words with my son, ever. We call a spade a spade. If it's a donut, that's what it's called. If it's chips, that's what it's called. But in bulk, what we call it is weekend food and everyday food. So he's now developed this absolute understanding. I'm not saying it happened overnight. It did not. I've been working over this for a long time. And he'd say, is this everyday food or weekend food? And I'm like, weekend food. He goes, oh, so I got a lot of that. But now I want to give you some examples of recent examples. In the park, it was a Friday, straight after school, and there was a little girl eating an ice cream. And he went up to her and he said, you're eating weekend food and it's only a Friday. So the little girl, of course, runs over to mother with the ice cream, tells the story, and the mother goes, it's nearly the weekend. This is a 4-year-old, remember. That's when I had the discussion about not everyone has the weekend food. Some people have Friday food, some people have, we've got to be a bit tolerant that it's not always weekend. Another example was on Thursday night we went to dinner at a restaurant and it was a birthday, and when we went to pay at the cashier there was a bowl of chocolates, and the little one says to me, Mummy, I know it's Thursday, but can I have one of those chocolates for the weekend? I went, absolutely. Took one, put it down, passed it to him, put it in his pocket. The one behind the counter said, will he keep it to the weekend? I said, absolutely, keep it to the weekend. That's the truth. That's how it works in our house now. If you create the foundation, it lasts, and it will be there for his rest of his life. So I hope he will always be a weekend food person. Now let me tell you, I haven't been a weekend food person, but inspiring him has inspired me. And so therefore now I try and keep my consumption of junk food, not treats, but junk food. Don't tell yourself it's a treat. It's junk food. Say it like it is. So there's a tip for health and well-being. Say like what it is. Talk about how nutritional everyday food is, and that's why you want it every day, and how sugar and fat and processed isn't good for the body. So don't use the word treat, because there is no treat there for a body.